Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm making my predictions for the 2023 edition of the Royal Rumble. Our first match is the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. We'll see Bray Wyatt making his in-ring return to take on LA Knight. Now for me, I could see this match going either way with us not fully knowing what the rules are. I assume this is just going to be some kind of street fight, falls count anywhere match with some wonky Bray Wyatt elements to it. But I could see where Bray Wyatt would lose to LA Knight here, because Uncle Howdy comes in, does some witchcraft and gets him, and then LA Knight wins. But I think Bray Wyatt should win this match, and he'll be my pick to defeat LA Knight in the Pitch Black match. I just feel like after the months of build of Bray Wyatt just coming and coming and coming, and now getting into the ring to have a match, him losing would leave a very deflated feeling. For after all this, for him to lose, it would kind of feel like oh, here we go again, like Bray Wyatt might get in that weird position he was in before. And I think him winning could set his sights on Uncle Howdy to make it, hey, I gotta get through this thing before I can go on to like maybe go for titles or get into a more main event type push run. And I think that's a better idea than him getting duped by the man in the gray mask. So now on to our next match. And this will be for the Raw Women's Championship, where we'll see Bianca Belair put her title on the line against Alexa Bliss. For me, I think this match will be used as a vehicle to get Alexa Bliss into more of the Fiend character that she was before, because that seems like where all the signs are pointing to going. And I think Bianca Belair will be retaining the Raw Women's Championship to do that. I think there's a lot more matchups for Bianca Belair to go through with the Raw Women's Championship, and with a potential Elimination Chamber match maybe being one of them, and maybe she faces the winner of the Royal Rumble at WrestleMania, and she would go the whole wrestling calendar year as Raw Women's Champion, where she won at last year's WrestleMania, and then would walk into this year's WrestleMania as the Raw Women's Champion. I think it would be the best to do that if they want to have someone defeat Belair at WrestleMania, to have a new Raw Women's Champion going into the new year, the new wrestling year. So now on to our last non-Royal Rumble match of the evening, and that'll be for the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship, where we'll see Roman Reigns defend the title against Kevin Owens. I think we'll see some Sami stuff kind of look like it, where he's probably told by Roman, hey, don't show up unless you think you can help, kind of deal. But I think regardless of Sami's involvement, I think Kevin Owens is not going to be our champion, and Roman Reigns will retain the title in this match. With Roman Reigns on his historic championship run, I just don't see a loss at the Royal Rumble being the move, unless they have some ginormous, stupendous match that they can make set up for WrestleMania to be the reason that Roman loses. Let's say if the famous Hollywood actor Dwayne Johnson reprises his role as The Rock, maybe they can do that if he is or does want to come in. But I think Roman's going to be keeping those titles to face the winner of the Royal Rumble, to have a big maybe coming out party for the winner of that, to be the guy that's going to end the Tribal Chief's reign at the head of the table. So now on to the Women's Royal Rumble match. So as of this recording, of the 30 potential participants in the Royal Rumble, we know 7, and they are Liv Morgan, Candice LeRae, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, Zelina Vega, and Emma. For me, I think the top 3 choices to win this match are Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. Now, I know Charlotte Flair is the SmackDown Women's Champion, but I think there could be a possibility, we kind of saw the interaction between her and Belair on Raw, that maybe they unify the women's titles too, to kind of go along with the WWE Championship and Universal Championship, to kind of make it one for a little bit, or just one in general. I think Becky Lynch, obviously a number 2 option, because if she wins, let's say Belair and Charlotte are the champions, she reignites her feud with her friend turned enemy, turned friend turned enemy, turned I don't know what, and she could go against Belair a year after Belair was going to be in the Lynch role where she was challenging for her title. Now Lynch will be challenging Belair for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. And I think Rhea Ripley is the favorite to most people, because number 1, she was supposed to have a match with Belair at SummerSlam, I think, and then that just never happened. And also they could reignite their rivalry from the past in NXT, which Triple H was in charge of. So that just kind of makes some sense. As of this recording, the top 3 betting odds people on the website you can find that on are: third is Raquel Rodriguez at plus 750, Becky Lynch is second at plus 333, and the number 1 favorite for this, Rhea Ripley, is plus 100. So with all that being said, my pick to win the 2023 Women's Royal Rumble is everyone else's, and I'm selecting Rhea Ripley to win the match. I think her and Belair would be a great matchup to have because it was looked at to be a pretty good match when it was supposed to happen originally around SummerSlam Money in the Bank time. I don't remember exactly when it was supposed to happen. And the fans have been wondering when this match could happen, and it being a big one at WrestleMania I think would be a nice, hey, you waited long enough, here it is kind of moment. And also, Rhea Ripley is one of the most talked about females in WWE at the moment, and her and Belair are basically 1A and 1B on the Raw side for that. And I think this match could really set up something big for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania. And I think Belair and Ripley will be a very, very good match. It's a showcase of the Immortals. So now on to the Men's Royal Rumble match. So for the Men's Royal Rumble match, of the 30 potential participants we could see, 15 have been announced, and they are Kofi Kingston, Santos Escobar, Ricochet, Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Omos, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Karrion Kross. Now for the Men's Royal Rumble match in the betting odds department, third is The Rock at plus 200, second is Sami Zayn at plus 188, and the overwhelming favorite is Cody Rhodes at minus 149 to win the match. Now for me, those are the top 3 guys, but with the kind of reports of The Rock may or may not be coming back, he's not in shape or whatever, that Stone Cold may be in the Rock role of facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, that he would be the 3B to Rock's 3A in this situation. But I don't think that Stone Cold replacing The Rock in a title match at WrestleMania is the way to go, because I honestly think that the people would want Austin to beat Reigns even more, but then who would be the guy to defeat Austin, and how does that go if they would even do that? And I'm not like huge on someone who's not going to be around winning the Royal Rumble again, because like Brock won last year and we saw how that went over afterwards. I could see The Rock winning it for the reasons of it's fighting for his family kind of whole deal that we've been talking about for what feels like 4 years at this point. Him and Reigns, WrestleMania main event, head of the table. But in all reality, The Rock probably loses that match to Reigns, and Reigns will retain the championship, and then we have to figure out what's the new next point for Reigns to lose the title. Now, I like the idea of Sami Zayn winning it, and then Roman's like, hey, you're just gonna whatever, we're not fighting for this titles, whatever, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do, and Zayn's kind of going along with it until the month of WrestleMania would lead into that, where he's like, actually, Roman, I'm gonna be the head of the table, and bang, hits him with a haluva kick in the corner or something, and then that's their build into the Mania match, where it's, you didn't want me in the bloodline, you said I was guilty on Raw on the 30th anniversary, so now I'm gonna put an end to this kind of deal, which I could see that happening, but it just feels like there's not a lot of outside momentum for that, and I feel like there's a slight possibility they could do Reigns and Sami Zayn at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in Montreal. Now for my pick and the number 1 overall guy, and who I think it does make the most sense for him to win, Cody Rhodes, I think, should be winning the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble match, just because of just look at where he was before he tore his pec, or I mean after he tore his pec too, even added to that, where he was looked at as he was going to be the guy who could defeat Reigns and bring a title to Raw if they wanted to split the titles, or just dethrone Roman in general. So here's the next guy for the WWE to put all the steam behind. Also, I think this will show, even with it being a change in management of who's running things, that Cody was still a priority, and this shows to other people who may be in other companies that, hey, look at what we did with Cody, this could maybe be you, or something a little lesser, or maybe even something better could happen if you come to the WWE. So at the end of the night, there'll be adrenaline in our souls, and we'll all be looking at Cody Rhodes. So that'll do it for my predictions for the 2023 edition of the Royal Rumble. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like what I'm doing on this channel and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. There'll be more Titans franchise highlights coming up here when I can schedule games with people who can read a clock. And as always, thanks for watching.